it's Alyssa back at you with some final facts. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm calling it the 5-minute fact check on immigration and separating families at the border. I'm going to try to keep it at 5 minutes, but because this is the truth, the fact, and not some rambling opinion, it may go a little bit over. Stick with me. If you guys have been confused about what's going on right now at the border about family separation, this is it. This is the breakdown. This is the well-researched factual truth. So let's get going, you guys. Fact, point, truth number 1, crossing our border illegally is nothing more than a misdemeanor. Fact, truth, point number 2, if you come to our border and seek asylum, that is in no way a crime or breaking the law. Fact, truth number 3, the idea of separating families is a very new concept that the Trump administration started themselves. Nobody else has done this. Sessions announced this and declared this is what they were going to be doing just a few short months ago. People will say the Obama administration did this. That's false. If you guys are aware, or if you're not aware, you guys should do some research on this. In 2014, we saw an influx across the border of unaccompanied minors. So those pictures that surfaced recently of children in detainment centers, very similar to what's going on, but it was, oh, this is Obama. These pictures weren't from now. These were from Obama's era. Those minors, again, they were unaccompanied. They weren't separated from their families at the border. They never came across the border with their families to begin with. Other people will try to bring up past administrations like the Clinton administration and say that they have done something like this. They'll bring up the 1997 Flores Agreement, or they'll bring up the 2008 human trafficking law, neither of which held stipulations saying that families should be separated. In fact, there's a statistic I want you guys to know about. This is coming from the Customs and Border Protection, from a document from them, saying that 91% of the families that have been separated, it was their first time entry, meaning, again, either they were seeking asylum or it was just a misdemeanor. You guys, these are not criminals. In fact, I want you guys to know that when these families are separated, just from what's in the past as far as how long it takes just to get a hearing when you come over, we're looking at people being scared of being separated from their children for months, maybe even hundreds of days. And here's where the Trump administration was purposely trying to set up a double-edged sword, because I don't know if you guys know this, if these people who came across, if they claim that when they were seeking asylum it was like a fraud or they didn't mean it, then essentially if they're found guilty of asylum fraud, their children are immediately given back to them and then they're sent back across the border. So if you guys are hearing Tommy and the right say that not all of these people could be asylum seekers, most likely the ones who are quote-unquote committing asylum fraud, they've been forced to do so just to get their children back. The other thing is, I think it's funny that Tommy and the right want to go by absolutes, saying that all of these people can't be asylum seekers. Meanwhile, they want to propagate that all of these people are drug and child sex traffickers. Sure. And in case you guys didn't know, our justice system, like if we're talking about America's laws against criminals, if a criminal was taken to jail for drugs, for murder, for whatever, and then we took their children and we put their children in jail and we said, hey, in order to get your child back, confess to this crime, and then if they confessed to that crime, then that confession would not be taken seriously. So Alyssa, why is this confession being taken seriously now? Because these people are in immigration court and not criminal court. Weird. You know, it's funny how they could be criminals yet they're not being tried in criminal court. Because if they were criminals, then that doesn't make sense. If they were criminals, they would be tried in criminal court, not immigration court. Okay, moving on, you guys, some more points. So, you guys, the guy who created this, the guy who came up with the idea of separating families, that's Steve Miller. That is someone on Trump's administration. And I want you guys to know some facts about Steve Miller, the guy that you are supporting because you're supporting his policy. Steve Miller actually had a meeting and got advice about his immigration reform. He got advice from Breitbart and Steve Bannon, from editors and staff from Breitbart. And if you guys aren't familiar with Breitbart, you should be, because it's a fake news organization that has been found time and time again to not be factually sound and to be propagating, just to have propaganda and lies. That's really what they write about. All of their stuff is untrue. And these are the people that he was seeking advice from. Steve Miller is also besties with Richard Spencer, you guys. Richard Spencer, who is a proclaimed white nationalist and who also holds up Nazi ideologies proudly. That's who Steve Miller associates himself with. Another interesting fact about Steve Miller, he actually came out in support of the lacrosse players at Duke who were accused of rape. So you guys, that's what you're supporting, just so you guys know, when you support Steve Miller's policy. And here's the thing, up until this point, Trump has refused to do anything about separating families. He could end it like that, he could end it. And actually, while I was recording this and filming, right now, currently, Trump is passing or trying to do some type of paperwork, policy, legislation that will put an end. But you guys, he was just telling you guys the only way we could end this was if Democrats came to the table and agreed to do his immigration reform. I don't know if you guys know what Trump's immigration reform plan is, but two of the points in his plan, like half his plan, includes getting rid of chain migration and the visa lottery. And it's really funny to me that Republicans would want to get rid of chain migration, because it's literally a Republican's wet dream to have an immigrant that does it the right way and comes over here and follows the laws. And if they knew anything about chain migration, they would know that the only way an immigrant can qualify for chain migration is if they are a U.S. legal citizen, or if they are a lawful permanent resident, meaning they're a green card, and as I said, like Republicans love, they haven't broken the law, they've done everything they're supposed to. Then and only then can these immigrants sponsor their family to come in. No, not their extended family, no, not an unlimited amount, whoever they want. They can only sponsor their parents, children, spouses, and orphans. That's it. If they want to bring in extended family like grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, there's a whole nother process they have to go through that they probably won't even get through. Now, what does that mean to sponsor these people, to bring these people in? What that means is, because I know Republicans are like, we don't want more immigrants in here. Screw them. I don't want to take care of them. I don't want my tax dollars going to them. I don't want them to benefit from welfare programs or anything else, which they really don't, but I digress. Well, then why are you guys not for chain migration? Because in order for a sponsor to become a sponsor, they have to basically agree and qualify and be held to the standard that they are going to be the ones completely financially responsible in taking care of whoever it is they bring into this country. So basically that means that these sponsors have to take care of these people coming in either until they become a legal citizen, until those people have worked in the U.S. for 10 years, until they leave the U.S., or until they die. So what are you talking about? Why would you want to end chain migration? And again, there's caps on this. It's not whoever you want, whoever. There's a limited number of amount of these people will let in every year. Now the visa lottery, a little bit different. No, it's not put your name in a bucket and all of a sudden you win your citizenship. Again, there's qualifications, you guys. You have to first off be in a qualifying country. Second off, you have to meet certain training and education requirements. Third off, you have to provide several documents of identification, and this includes court records. So why would you guys want to end the visa lottery? That's another tangible solution, way to get people in. And again, it has strict caps. Visa lottery, only 50,000 people a year can use that. Why? Why would you guys want to end that? And again, we didn't need to, because here Trump is right now as I speak signing legislation about it. He knew the whole damn time and he lied to you guys. But again, y'all believe him on everything, so whatever. Let's move on. Many people will say that separating families is some end all be all amazing deterrence. It's not. If you guys have any solid proof at all that shows that separating families at the border works as a deterrent, put the link below and show me. You don't have any because the evidence doesn't exist. That's the only reason I have my opinion, is because I checked all of it and formed it based on this. So yeah. The thing is, this isn't a deterrence. This is a way for white supremacist ideologies to destroy and traumatize minority groups and keep them in check. There's no proof this will work. If anything, the only proof that they show is that what this does is a deterrence, separating families. What it shows to immigrants is it shows them, well, hey, you can come here the right way, seek asylum, and you'll get your children taken away from you. You can stay home and die or live in danger every day, or what you can do is you can try to sneak in, and if you sneak in, then you're safe. So what it's going to do is separating families is just going to cause more people to come in illegally than try to do it the right way, because now you guys have made it to where there is no such thing as a right way to get in here. Besides, the bullshit of waiting years and years and years and spending thousands of dollars that they don't have. Again, these people are seeking asylum because wherever they're coming from is far more dangerous than where they're headed. I don't know why you guys can't understand that. And again, I just love that now, because Trump didn't get his way, and because the UN Human Rights Council and the ACLU is gonna file lawsuits and making all these claims, rather than being a winner and try to diplomatically be an adult and solve the issue, Trump is just we'll just withdraw. We just won't be in the UN Human Rights Council. Like, how mature are you guys? Come on. Come on. And don't give me this shit. Like, take your whole legality argument and shove it up your ass, because you know what? Slavery was legal. Jim Crow was legal. Being a Jew in Germany was illegal at one point. And you know what else? Being a woman and minority and wanting to vote was illegal at one point. So when you back legality arguments, all you're doing is saying that power is more important than justice. And that is unacceptable, especially in what's supposed to be the greatest country in the world. And the other thing is you can't sit here and tell me you care about the law and you're so outraged about these people breaking the law, which again, they're not breaking the law, but that's what you're outraged about, people breaking the law. So where was your outrage when Ethan Couch, a white American male, killed 4 and injured 9 while he was drunk driving and he only got probation? Where was your outrage when Brock Turner, another white American male, was convicted of rape and got 3 months in jail? And now all of a sudden you guys are just huge advocates and so concerned about child sex trafficking. Meanwhile, America already has in it the Atlanta, which is in the top 10 for cities of where child sex trafficking is prominent. And guess what? Atlanta's in a blue state. Y'all, seriously? I can't even believe you guys are the ones that are sitting here talking about child sex trafficking when y'all supported Roy Moore and he was a damn molester. Like, he molested children and like was a pedophile. Come on. You know, the ICE director actually just came out today too and said that we can't blame them because they're just following the law. That's what Nazis in Germany said, you guys. Come on. Come on. We have so many states right now refusing to send their National Guard to the border because they disagree with this. Get with the program. Get with the program. That's the final facts. That's the truth. If you guys like what you see, check me out, Final Facts with Alyssa. Consider donating to my Patreon. Check out my sponsors below. Let CNN and the Young Turks know that this girl is ready to go and get rid of this divisive rhetoric. So let's do it and catch you next time. Bye.